sins are forgiven, so that God's love is made truly manifest, so that we know that we will share God's love and life for eternity. This is a great thing that we get to share, and a great celebration we get to acknowledge today, that Christ has won the victory, that death and sin are conquered, that we go out, just like the apostles, to make his resurrection known. In a sense, Mary Magdalene is being sent to us. And to think that the 12 apostles from Jesus and the handful of women who also ministered, that the church was grown out of them. And who could perform such a magnificent feat, that the church as we know it started with so few, but it has grown to so many throughout the whole world. That is a magnificent sign of God. That we also know that, just in case you're curious, that the whole thing about the disciple arriving first instead of St. Peter, and it kind of is curious that he keeps repeating it, right? That I made it first, and then the one who arrived later, and he didn't make it in time. But there is a kind of theological background to that also. That because Simon Peter was weighed down by his denial of Christ, he was so disappointed in himself that he could not run as fast as the beloved who didn't deny Christ, the beloved who was motivated more so by love than by grief and shame. That could be one of the reasons, that is one of the explanations for the repeated use of, oh yeah, I beat him, I got there first. But that he was bogged down by that shame and guilt. And Peter later would get a chance at redemption, as we recall from the scriptures. He would redeem himself later. And so that we are forgiven by Christ. Christ loves us despite those things that we do against him. But for now, we rejoice in new life, in resurrection. That we get to celebrate again the Alleluia. That's back. Our statues are uncovered. We get to enjoy those again. And all of the decorations that the people have put together for us. It was a kind of depressing thing before, for a few days. But that all of it has now returned. And the bells, too. Those are back. So we have had a little bit of destitution, a little bit of desolation. That it kind of makes us appreciate the decorations and all of the traditions that we have. Those things that we kind of take for granted. When they're gone, it surely makes a difference. And when they come back, we feel good about it again. And so we rejoice that Christ is risen. Pope Francis, in his homily for this year, from yesterday, said that when the thought of death lies heavy on our hearts, when we feel the wounds of selfishness and violence, let us not lose heart. The light quietly shines forth, even though we are in darkness, and a new beginning, however impossible it might seem, can take us by surprise. So that we know there is darkness in the world around us, but we are called to shine forth quietly, that the darkness does not overcome the light. The light continues to shine. Let us be those beacons of light. Let us be those people who rejoice in life and in that joy of an eternal life with God, a new creation that God creates for us in a resurrected form. We will enjoy on that day when we are called that eternal love and life in God. Let us continue to praise it and know it in part of our faith.